Winter's coming. Do you need some options for some low light plants? Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you what low light plants you can add to your collection, just in case you don't have the greatest lighting in your house. Stay tuned. Hello, beautiful plant people. My name is Liana, and welcome to another video. If today is your first time watching this channel and you want to learn how to take care of plants as simply as possible, see what plants are in my collection, unbox plants with me and other planty videos, stay tuned and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any other planty things. That's why people think I have a pig. Cue Sage. Before we get into the video, I just want to thank you guys for liking my content and liking my videos and subscribing to my channel. We have hit over 1,000 subscribers and my channel is now monetized, so I just want to thank you guys and I appreciate everything that you do and watching my videos. I'm trying to put as much value into my videos as I can and help you guys with your collection as well as sharing with others. I just think that's very important to share our collections with each other and our knowledge and give advice. So thank you. I just want to thank you guys. Also, with monetizing my channel, I just want to get a good gauge. Like, how many ads do you think are good in a video? I'm not trying to bombard you with ads, but I do want to be mindful of the amount of ads that I place in my videos. So just let me know if you just want to comment in the comment section. That'd be much appreciated. But into the video, today we're going to talk about low light plants because guess what? Winter's coming. If you understand that reference, comment below. Also, if you hated the ending, please let me know because I am still upset. But anyway, I want to show you a couple low light plants. That way we can all have some great additions in our collection. Say if you don't have enough light in your house, if you're not able to buy Growlights, or if you're short on space and you just need a plant that's not going to require too much of you. The low light plants do tend to be easier to care for. They require less water, less light, so they are very beginner friendly, as well as a great... This is what he does. He's like a child. But anyway, like I was saying, they're a great addition to your house. So the first one I'm going to show you is my Syngonium. And if you want to check out my Syngonium video, I will link it up in the card above. But I pulled this one because I have to water it. And I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like when it needs water. You see how the leaf will curl. See, this is how the leaf is normally. And this is how the leaf looks when it needs water. So the Syngonium are definitely low light plants. They are great to place in different areas of your home as well as you are still giving them light. I would always recommend these for people who have north facing windows, but just don't put them in areas like that. So I always recommend the Syngonium. And then as well as you can either make them go up, so climb, or trail down. It's really up to whatever aesthetic you're looking for. The Aglionema is the second plant. This plant is absolutely gorgeous. I also showed this in my Aglionema collection, which I will also link. You water these Aglionemas once a week, and they are just so beautiful. I water my Aglionemas once a week on Fridays just so it's easier for me to remember, but this is just a stunning plant. They don't require that much light. I currently have it in my bedroom, which is a northeast facing window, and it's currently off to the side, and I will enter a picture so that way you guys can see where I place it in my home. Next is the bird's nest fern. Yes, I am a fan of ferns. I love ferns. I do love the hardier ferns like the bird's nest fern, the asparagus fern, but I do love ferns. And this fern I've been able to place I usually have it here where my work laptop is. When my mom came over to help me clean after my maintenance debacle, she moved it to my plant shelf, so it is getting more light. But I do love ferns. They do require a little bit more water, but as far as light, you can pretty much give them the same light as the other plants, except for the snake plant and the ZZ plant. So ferns are always a good addition. Another addition I don't know if I talk a lot about is my parlor palm. I love parlor palms. I wish I actually could get a couple of taller ones like the Kentia palm, but the Kentia palm tends to be really pricey. So I just stick with the parlor palm, but this is just such a pretty plant and I just love the way it grows. You guys know I love a good lush and bushy plant. So this is the parlor palm, and this sits on one of my coffee tables as well. But I don't know, something about this plant just makes me so happy, and I just love the way it grows. I would love to have like a big one of these, but this one is just so cute. The next plant we have is the trusted snake plant. It's always a good plant to add to your collection because you don't really have to water it. You don't really have to pay much attention to it. Now that's just to say that don't ever water it, but I water this plant so infrequently that I have to place a alarm in my clock. Alarm in my phone to remind me to water this plant. I do water it once a month, and I just wait till that alarm goes off, and I'll go ahead and water my snake and ZZ plants, just so that I don't forget about them. This plant has been able to put on some growth, which I'm really excited about. And I haven't had to repot this plant, and I don't know, since I've got it. And there's still no roots coming out of the bottom. And I want to say that I've had this plant for 2 or 3 years now, but snake plants really don't need to be repotted often. That's another reason why I love them. With the snake plant, you have the trusted ZZ plant. This is my favorite ZZ plant. I can't get the whole thing in frame, but this is my favorite ZZ plant. It usually sits on my cabinet over there, but this plant is just absolutely amazing. I remember when I first got this plant, I hated it because it never grew, and then I started talking trash about it, and then all of a sudden it started putting out shoots. So I just think that's funny. I've done that a couple times, talked about my plants, and then next thing you know, they grew. It was like they were trying to show me up. But this plant is just amazing. I love getting plants that are structurally different than each other, just to give my collection some variety. I don't want all my plants to be like heart-shaped leaves or things like that. So I go for snake plants, ZZ plants, plants that are structurally different. That way my collection has some dimension to it. My plant collection would be very boring if they were all heart-shaped leaves. I think that wouldn't be very interesting. And then the last one I have is the Syngonium. This is the Syngonium auritum. It doesn't have to be this one, but I pulled this one because it's a green variety. So the greens don't need as much light as the bright variety. And that's why I pulled this one, because I don't have too many of just green ones. But I just wanted to show you this one. And I don't even have this one in front of a window. And it puts out nice big leaves. But yeah, I just wanted to show you the plants that I have. Those are a couple of varieties. I have other Syndapsis if you want to check out my collection, other Aglionemas. I also have some other ferns. And so there's other plants that would qualify as a low light plant. There's a corn plant, which I also have a yucca. It's in my bedroom. I might insert a picture here. There is the bamboo, lucky bamboo. You can grow those in either soil or water. Some people determine that the monstera is a low light plant, but I don't like to say that is a low light plant because I find that they grow best when they're given at least a little bit like medium light. So I'm not going to include monstera in this list. But there are tons of other plants. There's cast iron plants. There are he is just determined to mess up my video. But there's cast iron plants. there's just so many other plants, and I will include different pictures so that way you guys can get a gauge of what plants you can add to your collection in case you don't get enough light, or in case you don't want to be that plant parent that's always checking up on their plants, or if you want to just stick with more common plants. I love common plants. I love being able to go to Lowe's or Home Depot, or say if you live in another part of the country, I guess it would be like a Menards or a Bunnings. But I love to go to a nursery and just look around and see what I can find. It's not always my favorite thing to order overseas. I love strolling through a nursery, moseying, like I said in my other video. But I like just, you just get the tingle and you just get that feeling. And I love the fresh air that I get when I walk through a nursery and I see a plant that I might want to add to my collection. Matter of fact, just last weekend, me and my mom went to Lowe's because she's on this fiddle kick. I think she's working on her 5th fiddle. But we were at Lowe's and I saw 2 more ferns that I wanted to add to my collection, but I really don't have the space. Plus, one fern was unusually high. It was like $64, and I'm still trying to understand why. But one was like a foxtail fern and one was the autumn fern. But I really wanted to add the autumn fern, but it was kind of big. But I love walking through the nursery. So if you guys have a chance, look at some low light plants. There are some really good plants to add to your collection. But as always, I want to thank you guys for watching my videos. You can feel free to share my videos with friends, family. Maybe you can get your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife to, buy you a new plant, just in case you might see something that you like. But don't tell them I did it. But anyway, please like my videos, subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you guys in the next video. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.